Good morning. Here we are, Friday, 25th, I think it is, of November. And we're off on our next trip. Off down to Pennsylvania this week. I've passed through Pennsylvania a couple of times recently, but haven't headed out there as my destination in a long time. So what we took back, going to a place called Chambersburg, Pennsylvania. 2,427 kilometers to my destination. So it's 10 to 8 on a Friday morning. It's for delivery Monday morning. So we've got lots of time as long as the weather's okay. There's a truck stop I'm actually aiming for I'm guessing I could be there Sunday lunchtime at Breezewood, Pennsylvania. That's only about 39 mile away from my drop for the next morning, so that's where we're going to head for. Got the headlining and everything done in the shop while I was at home. Had 3 days at home this week, which was nice. Would have been Thanksgiving in the States yesterday, and now Black Friday today. There isn't a whole lot happens regarding shipping and receiving and transport over that long weekend. So nice to stay at home for the extra day. We got some of the firewood stacked. We had the firewood delivered for the winter, and we've got some of that stacked. We've got most of it stacked actually in the wood shed. I don't know if somebody's broken down here. I think they're actually just working here. Yeah, working down in the ditch there. So, crossing the border down at Pembina, North Dakota. So we'll be going down through North Dakota, Minnesota, Wisconsin, Indiana, Ohio, and into Pennsylvania. So we're heading more east this trip than south. Got to spend a couple of days with the grandkids. That's always a pleasure. Love spending time with those guys. They're my whole world. I really should give a shout out to them, shouldn't I? Hi Carson and hi Callum. Love you. So there isn't a whole lot to see up this side, guys. We'll let you go, and I'll be back with you later. Cheers, guys. We're making our first stop here in Fargo, North Dakota. I'm actually going to go and get the truck washed. So you guys are going to join me going into the truck wash. It's not something you're going to see very often, to be perfectly fair. It is what it is. The truck's filthy, absolutely disgusting. It needs a wash, but like I say, not something that gets done too often. If you watched the last video, you'd have seen that I was going to get it washed in when I took it to the shop at Integrity in Steinbach. But the roads were so dirty there on, well, that would have been Monday, but they were so dirty on Monday, it wasn't worth washing. It'd have been just as bad before I'd even got it back to the yard again, so I didn't do it in the end. But we're going to the Blue Beacon. The Blue Beacon, it's a huge chain of truck washes all over America. They have a couple in Canada as well, or they did have, I'm not sure if they still do. But the mainstay of their operation is right across the United States of America. They do a pretty good job of it in most cases. Unless of course you suffer with OCD, right Neil? Then it's never done properly. I'm hoping it's not going to be too busy. With it being Black Friday, the roads seem fairly quiet. So hopefully the truck washes as well. Oh, this one in front of me is going there as well. No, we've got a queue here. Sorry guys, but we're not even going to bother. We're turning around and leaving again. But there you are. That's the line to get into the truck wash. And we're not waiting in that. We'd have been there, well, we'd probably have been there for over an hour at least. It's not happening, it can stay dirty. That's the main truck stop building there on the right. Decent truck stop that as it happens, it's not bad at all. Oh, everywhere's just chaos. Lots of big stores and shops around here, so obviously with the sales being on, every man and his dog's out here shopping. I don't think we'll see a gap here until the lights change. Well, that was a waste of my time. At least it's right at the side of the interstate. So we're going to hop back on here and get down the road. Be back later, guys. Good morning from Wisconsin. Looks like we're in for a beautiful day. We're now down in Indiana, and I still haven't had the truck washed, but we're going to try here in Lake Station. If there's a massive queue, I just won't wait in it, not just to get a truck washed, but if there's only one or two out in front of me, then we'll maybe stay and get it done. I'm not in any rush, but my time's just as important to me than sitting in a queue for a truck wash. I think they have 3 bays at this one, but it does get busy as well. I got it washed here a few weeks ago. Got in the evening. I was staying there overnight, got there in the evening, there was a big queue, so I packed up. Got up the next morning, ready to start work at 5:30. The queue had gone down, so I drove straight in the truck wash. These blue beacons, these are open 24 hours. They just don't have as many staff on in the evening as they do during the day. So we come off at this next exit. And then we go into the truck stop. The one I tried yesterday morning, that was in the petrol truck stop at Fargo. This one's in the Flying J truck stop down here in Lake Station, Indiana. See the blue beacon over there on the right, but I can't see if there's anyone queued up waiting to get in there or not. Pretty big truck stop, this one. Can usually find somewhere to park even late at night in here. Looking good so far. Yeah, there's no queue. Good stuff. Right, well, I'll leave the camera on, guys. Let you have a look at what goes on. Just a tractor unit, please.
Do you want Rain X?
Rain X, please, yeah.
Motor? You want a motor?
No. Well, it's now Sunday, the 27th of November, and I'm only 50 kilometres away from where I'm planning on stopping today. It's only 11:33 in the morning, well 12:33 here because I'm now in Eastern time. But that's the closest decent sized truck stop to my delivery, which is about an hour away in the morning. So we're just going to call it a day. We're going to the TA at Breezewood, Pennsylvania. I was in here just a couple of weeks ago. I think you may have joined me on that one. Not sure if I filmed any of it or not. But we're going to go there, get fuel, park up, go and get a shower, something to eat, and kick back for the afternoon. As you've probably already seen, I managed to get the truck washed yesterday, so virtually guaranteed it was going to rain today. It didn't, wasn't it? It's been awful all morning. I only had about 4 hours driving to do this morning from where I stayed last night, so I didn't set the alarm. I just got up when I wakened up and got going. Got all my reload details as well, so I know exactly what I'm doing for the next couple of days again. We'll cover that on the next video. Been pretty busy this morning. Had a couple of small delays as well in the construction, and there was one of the big matrix signs back there was saying we've got delays up ahead because of an accident. Left lane's blocked, but that's still about 15 mile away, so I'm hoping they've got it cleared by the time we get there. That's about it. We'll be back later, guys. Cheers. I've been asked to give a little bit of a background into my trucking life, into my history, and how I got into the job. I passed my test back in 1985. I was working for an agency at the time, driving 7.5 tonners. So that was all very well, passed my test, and that very night I was sent on night shunting in a yard just outside of Wigan in Lancashire. So done that for a couple of weeks and got myself a full-time job, driving for a guy that I'm still in touch with even now, Peter Cooper. So this is going back to 1985, still in touch with a guy. Worked for Peter for Peter for a couple of years, and only a couple of months into the job was out on my first European trip, going to Paris with 5 drops around Paris. I'd never even been abroad before, didn't even have a passport. That was back in the days when you could go to the post office and get yourself a little 12-month passport, a cardboard one, and that's what I had to do the day before I left on that trip. So we done the European work for a bit, went working for an Irish company, doing even more European work. I managed to cover all of Western Europe, driven all over Western Europe for those couple of jobs. Holland, Belgium, Germany, France, Switzerland, Austria, Italy, Spain, Portugal, Norway, Sweden, Denmark. I was very lucky to get to all those very early in my driving career. But there was a job came up that I was offered, and it was too good to turn down. I went working for P&O Road Tanks and spent the next 14 years driving tankers, 10 of those at P&O, and 4 years for another couple of companies. Great times, great job, fantastic people, the guys you worked with, can't fault it. Still got good friends even now. Then in 2007, it was when me and the family moved to Canada. So we moved here. I was on flat deck first of all. I managed a whole 9 months doing that, and never again. And we had a couple of other little jobs before finding my way out onto Penners. I did leave Penners for a spell and came back again, but all in all I've been at Penners for 7 years. So that's it, just a little bit of my background and history there. Thanks guys, hope you found that a little bit interesting. Be back later. Good morning. Monday morning, 10 to 7 in the morning, so a bit of an early start this morning, but I've got this delivery to make at 8 o'clock. Well, it's actually 10 to 8 here Eastern time. So we're only 8 kilometres away from the delivery. I wish I could have filmed some of the roads I've been on to get here, but it was dark at the time, so you wouldn't have seen much. But some real steep hills going on for a couple of miles at a time, and then the downhill sections, but then beautiful views as well across the Pennsylvania farmland. So it was raining when I started this morning. It is trying to brighten up, but who knows what it's going to do today. I've had a look at some of the Google reviews for this place I'm delivering at, and they're not the best. So I'm not expecting too much when I get here. The reviews were saying, you know, 2 or 3 hours is, you know, it's not a lot at this place. So I could be here for a while. It depends. I've read reviews like that as well, though, and then been taken in right away and unloaded and back out, no problem. So we'll wait and see when we get there, but I'm not expecting too much. Been a nice drive in here, to be honest, this morning. Come through some nice little Pennsylvania towns. A lot of farmland, huge amounts of farmland with the big farmhouses. I don't know whether this is an Amish area or not, where they do the Amish farming. It didn't look like it, so I don't think it is, and I certainly haven't seen anyone out on the horse and buggy. Not sure if this is actually Chambersburg that we're in. I didn't see any sign for the town name when we came in. Yeah, Chambersburg Storage and Rental. Only 3 mile now, 5.5 kilometres. So you may as well stay with me to the delivery this morning. I'm hoping they're not going to take too long, but it doesn't really make any difference this morning with what I've got to do. The next job's just a trailer swap, and that's going up to Ontario, and it doesn't really need to be there tonight, although I would like to get it there tonight. Good job this is a one-way street I'm turning on, because this is going to be a bit tight, even using the other side of the road. Got cars alongside me, so I haven't got the option of using that lane. But we'll make it round. Oh, some parked cars, but we'll get round before that parked car. hoping you're finding these American towns quite interesting. When I first moved over here, and you're coming through some of these little towns, and I find them fascinating. You know, something you only see on the movies. A sign for I-81. We want 81 when we're after we're unloaded, so I-1 after to get to 81 on the left. Well, at least that's signed to get me back out of here. Truck stopping there. That would have been handy. Warehouse there, but I don't see any name on it. Nice of him. You see, now he's going to need more room there, and he just hung back. Bit unusual, to be honest. That's the place over there on the right that I want. Yeah, that's the place. All I need to do is find the entrance now. There we are, driver's check-in here. Alright guys. I'll go and check in. And I'll be back with you. Let you know how it goes here. So there we have it guys. On the dock. With a red light, getting unloaded. Been here about 25 minutes, but they're a good way into it already. So all I've got to do is wait for that green light. Signed paperwork will be in the back, and off I go. On to my next job. Very quiet around here, absolutely beautiful. So that's it guys. Thanks for joining me. If you like what you're seeing, click like and subscribe, and keep the constructive criticism coming. And I'll see you on my reload. Cheers guys.